Fred here from the Gun Geek channel. I'd like to first welcome all you new subscribers that were sent by Pete from the Army channel. Thank you very much, Pete. This video will be on the magazine release and the captive guide rod replacement in my Glock 22. Let's get going. Okay folks, what I'm going to be doing here is installing an extended magazine release. This particular one is made by Vickers Tactical, and it says here made by Tango Down. I wasn't looking for any specific make. Essentially, I went on to Brownells, which is one of my favorite places to go, and a lot of different items are sold out, and I just went for ones that had a lot of highly rated items that were available and not sold out. So this particular one had 4 to 5 stars and it was available, so that's why I picked it. Press the magazine release so you can see how this whole thing functions. You see how that's moving and how that spring that's down inside that piece that's sliding is moving. What you have to do is pull this spring, just basically move this spring to your left as you're looking at it in the picture, and then out this direction, because there's like a slot right here. So I'm going to position this to hopefully so I can demonstrate how to remove this at the same time while you can see it. This is very hard to do with the camera, but here's the spring that's coming up, and again it's inside a slot. And what has to happen is this spring has to be moved to the left of frame here as you're looking at it in the picture, this direction, and then pulled out. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get this tool right here. So you could get it at Lowe's, and you want to push it to the left and then out. And you see how that spring is now sitting on top of the magazine release. So now I can go ahead and push or pull the magazine release out, and here you go. Now here's the difference between the two. I'm going to hold it in such a way that we can see the difference in size. The new one is just a tiny bit bigger. Not too much. I didn't want something that really extends out too far, which would create problems. And we'll see if this one does create problems or not, because it will be sticking out a little bit more. So we're going to go ahead and put this in. Now you can see here, this is the part you couldn't see while I was taking out. There's the slot that we got to get that metal spring back in. So I'm going to go ahead and start working this in. And hopefully you'll be able to see. Now you can see when I start sliding this in, that spring's in the way, so we need to pull it out of the way. So I'm going to go ahead and move this up. Oops. Yeah, I'm not the most talented person here either with this stuff, you know. It's all for us all to learn how to do this. So I'm going to go ahead, there we go, we got it under. Hopefully you saw that, because I'm not doing this again. Move this over. Get down in there. Come on, you can do it. There we go. And it's in. So there we go. So let's see. It's sticking out a little bit more now. You can see how much more. And let's see. I really don't have to shift my hand too much anymore. Let's go ahead and take my let's see if it'll drop without shifting. Here's my grip, and I can reach down there. Yeah, pretty good. It's only sticking out just slightly more, but if you notice, it's really not out, you know, beyond the grip. And the one thing I was worried about is I had read some articles that if you get one that really sticks out really far, if you put your gun down against a slide release, you could go ahead and actually engage that or disengage your magazine because it'll push. But if you notice, it does not appear to be pushing when it lays down. So this is about as long as you can get without it being a problem. So I'm very happy with it. It's just a little bit further out, maybe, you know, like a millimeter or two, but not enough to cause any problems. The next thing I'm going to do is replace the guide rod. Now this one is made by, let me go ahead and take this out of the bag. This item is made by Fire Dragon. It's a replacement captive guide rod for a Glock 22, and it's made with 416 stainless steel. Has a lifetime warranty. So here's what it looks like. Seems to be very well made. Has a hex screw, so very simple to replace. I could even do it with one hand. Just pop the old one out, and as you can see, the old one is made the same way. You get the spring all the way up to the front, except it's all plastic, and there's nothing wrong with this. As a matter of fact, it may be better than a steel guide rod. I have read some articles that says it's good to have a little bit of flex in your guide rod. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. It seems that most people still prefer the steel guide rod, and I too prefer steel over polymer in most cases. So again, to pop that in, same way you took the old one out. You just, I might need two hands, I don't know. Let's see. I'll go ahead and just put that in there and pop it right in. Make sure it's, you know, rock it back and forth. Make sure you're in the middle. You would already know that if you watch the Armory channel. Pete does an outstanding job showing you the benefits of the steel guide rods and how it makes it easier to center it into that notch. And go ahead and put this all together. Seems to function good. I'm going to point this at you, but we already know it's empty. And here's my magazine over here, just so you can see what that guide rod looks like from the front. So there it is. Don't get mad I'm pointing this at you. It's empty. Get a little real there, folks. So there's what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and pull the slide back so you can sort of see what that looks like. There's your guide rod. Our gun rights is a restricted area, and they should keep out.